You have been creating your entire life, but the thing is, most people do this unconsciously, but you can flip a switch. You can start doing it consciously. So it's really, really interesting. What you're experiencing in your life right now is all the assumptions you have built up over the past decades or however long you have been on this planet. And in the beginning, it's really the assumptions that are being put on you by your family, by your caregivers, by school teachers, by society. So in the beginning, in the imprint period, in the first 7 years of your life, it's basically the assumptions that are being put on you from the outside. But then you make them into your own. You live from them. And then you keep creating from this blueprint. But the thing is, you're not doomed. You don't have to stay there. You can recreate assumptions, you can build new assumptions and live from a new blueprint. So the thing is, you have been manifesting, you have been consciously creating or consciously selecting, as I like to say, your entire life. But now you can start doing it consciously. And you can start looking at your life and you can see, or you can, check, what do I like about my life? What is really going very well? And what do I want to change? What are the things that are not going well? Because you're not doomed. You don't have to stay there. You don't have to stay with the things that are not what you want to experience. Any and everything of that can be changed in your relationships, in your business, with money, with your where you live, your life circumstances, with your kids. And this is work I constantly do with my clients, and I see amazing results with them. And I, of course, have been doing this work for quite some time now. The thing is, many things, when you start consciously creating or curating your reality, there are a few things like manifest a free cup of coffee, manifest a parking spot, all of those things. They are quite simple because you don't hold a lot of resistance about them. For you, it doesn't matter if you get the free cup of coffee or whatever. But if it's really about things where you hold a strong blueprint of the opposite of what you want to experience, for example, never having enough money, always being cheated on in your relationships, or first it's all amazing in the relationship and then everything fades out, and you keep repeating the same pattern, you keep experiencing the same pattern. Those things usually take a little bit of more work because they are deeply ingrained and they are very strong patterns. So it takes more work than just, something which is not important to you. However, any and all of that can be changed. And if you want to work with me, you find everything in this description, but especially about conscious creation. Right now I'm running a conscious creation challenge in my Mind Mastery community. You can join via the link in the pinned comment or in the description. So it's a 7-day challenge and you will start consciously curating your reality. And some more things to say about conscious creation. So it is not necessarily creation because everything exists as potential, as infinite potential, in the quantum soup, as I like to call it. But through your awareness, through your focus, you hold your attention on something, you pour energy into something that you want to materialize, and through that it's basically being collapsed from quantum soup waves into particle form, into physical manifestation. But for that, you have to hold your awareness of that. And this is where most people trip up. They have an idea, they have a desire, this is what I want to experience, but then they go into the opposite, it's not possible for me, I cannot make it happen, I have never had that, or they go to totally different topics. But you have to hold your awareness on that, what you want to experience. And most people have a very strong identity of not having what they want. And then, as I said, it takes more work because you have to shift your whole identity, but it's totally doable. So you holding your awareness on what you want to experience instead will shift what has been collapsed into physical reality, into physical manifestation. And you can manifest something else, but it all exists as potential. You're not creating anything, you just make it appear in front of your eyes. You make it visible, so to say. But everything exists. Anything you could ever think about, any idea you could ever have, any desire you could ever have, anything you can think of exists as potential, because otherwise you wouldn't be able to think of it. And through you holding conscious attention, conscious focus on that, this is how you can create it, select it in your reality. And this is what we're doing in the Conscious Creation Challenge. So if you want to join, it's the link in the comments. Thank you for watching, and if you like the content here, there is lots of other stuff, not just about conscious creation, but also recently about lots of stuff around people pleasing, high achievers, business advice. Then please like this channel and follow for more.